But you can hear Henry's story and the stories of other Holocaust survivors at no cost this month. The Holocaust and Humanities Center is offering free admissions throughout January. It's part of an effort now to remember and honor the past while also educating people, of course, about the dangers of hatred that can and have impacted the future. Here to tell us much more is Holocaust and Humanities Center CEO Jackie Congedo. Of course, a familiar face for those of you who've watched Channel 5 for years and years. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's great to see you both.
Yeah, Jackie, this is so lovely. This is the third year the museum is offering free admission. First of all, what's the response been in years past?
Yeah, so for the last 2 years, as you said, Ashley, we've had this initiative to have free admission in parts of January, and the response has been tremendous. We've seen twice, 3 times, even 4 times the number of visitors, people really wanting to come experience and make sense of our world today with some education about history. And so this year, we were so fortunate because of the generosity of Hank and Anita Schneider and their entire family. They stepped forward, and now we have the Anita and Hank Schneider Family Holocaust Remembrance Month initiative, which is free admission in January into perpetuity. So this January, next January, and forever and ever in January, folks will be able to come for free for public admission.
Explain a little bit about why it is so important for the Holocaust and Humanities Center to be offering this up for free to people.
Well, you know, in our world today, when we think about the forces of hate and division, the best anecdote to that is education, right? We have to learn from history. We have to understand perspectives and humanity of other people who we may not come into contact with on a daily basis. And so we have a resource at Union Terminal that helps people do that. And we want to remove any barriers that there are for people being able to come and experience that. And we've seen that actually, you know, a $10 admission ticket may not seem like a barrier, but to be able to say, there's nothing in your way. Come down, bring your family, bring your friends, come twice. If you've already come, maybe come again, and you get to see a new exhibit like Al and Henry's, well, for this month it'll be Henry's testimony, which is just, as you said, Ashley, a remarkable experience to be able to actually stand there and have a conversation in real time with a survivor. It's transformative.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if people have not been before, what can they expect when they visit the Holocaust and Humanities Center?
Yeah, so we have a beautiful museum that tells the stories of local survivors in the place where they first arrived in this city. So these people who were refugees from war-torn Europe from the Holocaust took their first steps at rebuilding their lives at Union Terminal, coming off trains, many from Ellis Island, right, to rebuild their lives in Cincinnati. And so now we have this museum that tells their stories of people in our community. These are teachers, Henry, a physics professor at UC, Al, who was an optometrist, you know, in our communities who survived the unthinkable. And so you're gonna be able to learn about the history, but it's through the lens of these personal stories and the spirit of resilience and hope and survival and rebuilding.
You know, it's interesting because obviously we all learn about it in school, but I still to this day remember a one-on-one interview that I did with a man who sadly now has passed away. He was a survivor, lived through Auschwitz, and I'll never forget him. And it was such a powerful education for me to get. So I guess what is your hope that people take away from their visit?
I hope that people feel a personal connection when they're in our space. I hope that people feel that they understand that these are not lessons that are lost to history, that are part of the history books, that these are lessons that we are still wrestling with in our time today, right? We're seeing the rise of forces of hatred and anti-Semitism and all of these other things that we would like to think are confined to history. We're still dealing with them. So how can we understand and use the history that we have at our fingertips here in our community to make sure we don't repeat these things, to make sure that we do better, to make sure that we see the humanity in each other across differences? It's so important. So I hope that people come away and they take something, they leave with a feeling and with an interest in actually activating their own strengths to be what we call an upstander.
Well, Jackie Congedo, as you can see, super passionate about this issue and enlightening us today. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you both for having me.
And again, a reminder, free admission lasts through the month of January. You can find more information at holocaustandhumanity.org and always by going to WLWT.com.
And as someone who just left it, if I have to sell it again, get over there. It is so powerful to experience. Jackie, thanks again.